Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasa Allah. Koholoim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth and just want to say the water. To all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yahweh Waf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is a brain-computer interface developed in China, and it decodes thought in real time. Right? So this is interesting engineering here on X. Well, let's get into a little bit of the article. It's from Soap Central Technology. China unveils mind-reading machine that decodes thoughts in real time. Prepare to be freaked out. So, China is the Moabites. And these Moabites, they're really, I would have to say, far beyond Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, when it comes to a lot of technology, and really because they don't have no damn standards, so neither one of them have no standards. But these Moabites, they push along with they don't need no licenses or registration, so to speak, or no permits, like how America is, or like how a lot of European so-called white people are, because they got to get their cut. They make a lot of money off of, if you want to start a business, so to speak, you will have to go through them, to get, licenses. You will have to go and get inspections and shit registered, and, need a lawyer for this, a lawyer for that. And it'll take you forever to pretty much get something going, because again, Esau is greedy as fuck, and everybody got to have a cut. And then after you get done putting the place together and building it, they tax the shit out of you. But anyway, so these Moabites in China, they're a lot further ahead because they don't have those, though, the red tape and bureaucracy, rather, that they don't have to go through a bunch of bullshit. They just get to it. And they're really damn heathen that needs to be stopped as well. Okay, but it says China's recent advancement in tech is making Black Mirror look like a bedtime story. NeuroAccess, a Chinese startup, has rolled out the brain-computer interface, BCI, that literally reads your thoughts and turns them into words. In simpler words, a machine that can decode your inner monologue in real time. Now, if you're thinking about how much you want to nap instead of work, your boss might know before you do, because in 2025, your thoughts come with subtitles. Crazy, bro. But this is where we're at, man. That's why the scripture says to be not ignorant in any matter, whether great or small. And this is all leading up to this chip, man. That microchip, that MOTB. Revelations 13:16. But we'll get into it in a sec. According to the report, on January 3rd, 2025, NeuroAccess announced that they successfully tested their mind-reading gizmo. This device took a peek into the brain of a patient with a brain injury and translated their thoughts into actual Chinese speech, all without missing a beat. Hey, man, so the tech is out here, man. And again, these Moabites, they're far ahead of. That's why we know that Esau, too. That Revelation 12:12. Let me get that real quick. And we can jump right into chapter 13 as well. This is E right here, man. He's behind on a lot of shit, but at the same time, too, they had this tech as well. But it's pretty much a race, like, how these countries, as if they're racing to the moon still type of deal. They're trying to be the very first ones to get up on this technology where, they're just supreme with it. Revelation 12:12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." So Esau is about to get busy, man. And pretty much overall, Trump is about to take center stage, in what is it? I think about another week or so, week and a half. And so you'll see what's going to come of it, because, you have Elon Musk these Americans, they're in the running for, trying to really do the catch up because they really want to be the number one, just like how they normally try and be, but, Esau them fell off so damn bad, and the Lord is really lifting up his skirt. So they're not out here like how they used to be. They're trying to, that's why Trump running around with that Make America Great Again chant, because America has really fallen off because they used to be like this superpower and used to be somewhat of a, the go-getter, so to speak, or, they was the setter of standards, so to speak, but not no more, man. These so-called Chinese and Russians, and I mean, those Russians are Edomites too, but these other countries have clearly surpassed the U.S., man. Okay, but it says this BCI system uses a 256 channel setup that captures electrocorticogram signals from the brain. Once those signals are captured, the system decodes them into commands. So if you think open Spotify, your favorite playlist pops up. No fingers required. The system's performance is no joke neither. It says during clinical trials, it decoded thoughts with a latency, of less than 60 milliseconds and hit a speech decoding accuracy of 71% within just 5 days of implantation. If you still don't understand what that means in pop terms, that's quicker than your chronically online Betsy replying to a text. Okay. Yeah, they had a little video. It's only 40 seconds. It's not like let's just play it. They kind of got like little subtitles or whatever, but let's see. Lock that. I wanted to stop it because it said that right here, a 21-year-old woman with epilepsy. Let me see. Let me go back to okay, so right here it says a 21-year-old with epilepsy can operate a smartphone app and control the smart home. Okay, so wheelchair systems. Okay, but it says NeuroAccess is making real moves in the medical field. The trials have included patients with conditions like epilepsy, where one patient, post-brain lesion surgery, had their movements and speech decoded with mind-blowing success. With this next level interface, NeuroAccess tapped into a high gamma brain signals. After a quick training session, patients were already out here playing table tennis and Snake on the computer within 48 hours. 2 weeks later, they were scrolling through WeChat and Taobao like it was no big deal. For people with special impairments, it's life-changing. Okay, so it says a global race to decode thoughts. China isn't the only player in the game of mental monopoly. Across the globe, Caltech researchers are cooking up a similar device that's pulling off thought to text magic with 79% accuracy. And let's not forget Neuralink, Elon Musk's brainchild, which is also diving headfirst into the BCI tech. Tahu, chief scientist of NeuroAccess, threw some shade at Neuralink's approach, saying Neuralink's strategy requires implantation into the cerebral cortex, which can cause damage to brain tissue. Our approach involves the cerebral cortex, which can effectively avoid potential damage to the brain tissue. If the thought of brain surgery make you want to note, I'm out. Don't worry, there's a rise in non-invasive BCI research too. Systems using electroencephalography, so I can probably butchering that, are getting their time in the spotlight mainly because they're less risky and way easier to use. Dystopian much. Now let's address the dystopian elephant in the room, a machine that can read your thoughts. Imagine your boss knowing you're mentally drafting your resignation letter during that Zoom meeting. Of course, or worse, your crush finding out you've played that one awkward conversation a million times. On the internet, while some techie people are praising it, some users think that it has totalitarian surveillance state written all over it. Of course, that's what it's all leading up to. It says an ex-user wrote, scientists just cracked the neural code for cross-subject mind reading with 79.04 accuracy using robot overlords as visual stimuli. Your thoughts are no longer your own. They're just covariants, matrices waiting to be decoded. The cyberpunk dystopia isn't coming. It's being peer reviewed. Brain-computer interface developed in China decodes thought real time. What could go wrong? Finally, the dream comes true to have quality management for brainwash. And as we all know, this is only the beginning. Yep, you're right. Let me see. Let me see what this one. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. Yep. So, hey, this is where it's at, man. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So it's going to come a point, and over in China right now too, they have they're dealing with this, a social score, as far as like overall, because I think it's, supposedly they have like 40 cameras to a person over there, so they can identify you just by your walk. They don't even need to see your face. They pretty much they have locked the system of watching everybody full time, all day, every day. So, and they've tried these universal basic income situations already. They pretty much they got that on lock already. And this guy Klaus Schwab, I think it was, from the WEF, World Economic Forum, he was talking about how China has the overall success that the rest of the world should have, as far as like having the people pretty much govern under those that type of surveillance. That this is the prototype. Basically, he says that they have the perfect prototype, and this is what they're going to do here in the Americas, and people have no idea, because they've been playing everything in the backdrop as far as getting rid of all your rights. So now you have, America putting up a lot of license plate readers, a lot of cameras everywhere, a lot of, you don't know where a fucking camera is at now. They're using the Ring doorbell cameras on people's homes to surveil even the people in the homes. They can go off into your camera on your phone. Now they got these, they're trying to say this guy that ran into the crowd down there in New Orleans, he done reconnaissance, or he was there twice beforehand, and how he's using these meta glasses. The meta glasses with I think they're by Ray-Ban. But, those recorders, with the small camera on it, they just look like regular little eyeglasses. But, you can stream, record, or whatever with them. But this is what it's all leading up to, that you're not going to be able to buy or sell. You're not going to be able to move throughout the earth or travel on a train, travel on a plane. They already have that now. I don't think you can, they have what they call real IDs and other digital hookups. I think it was it the UK? I think it was the other day that they're doing some digital updates and things of that nature too. So it's like, You're not going to be able to, travel. You're not going to be able to go buy food. You're not going to be able to go to the doctors or get medicine or, a damn Band-Aid, or you got a damn toothache. You just got to deal with it, So you're just not going to be able to move about in society unless you go along with this man's plan. And he's going to use it that way. And they done a clear test, me speaking as a man, when COVID-19 came about, because they was able to push everybody into the house, make everybody wear a damn mask. People was mad. Some people was up in arms about it, because I can remember, even so, old ass so-called white women was getting arrested and thrown out of banks and, thrown out of different places, you know what I'm saying, because they didn't want to comply with wearing a mask, So all that, I'm a white woman, I'm a white man, that privilege of, even for you guys, that shit is out the window. You've lost all your rights. So everything that your so-called forefathers stole and raped, robbed, and pillaged for, you have lost all those rights to it, because y'all was on top at first, But let's get on Revelations 14:9. And it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." So you don't want no parts of what's coming, man. Let me see. The NLT, the New Living Translation. Revelations 14:9. "Then a third angel followed them, shouting, Anyone who worships the beast and his statue, or who accepts his mark on the forehead or on the hand, must drink the wine of God's anger. It has been poured full strength into God's cup of wrath, and they will be tormented with fire and burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and the Lamb." So yeah, it says that full strength of Yahweh's cup of wrath. So full strength, that's like a drink with no chaser. Some people like to put a little juice in they little, whatever, or a little, you might have a rum and coke or whatever. Nah, it's gonna be straight shot, straight whiskey shot, straight Jameson, straight tequila, straight Hennessy, or whatever the fuck you may drink. Straight shot. None of that you're gonna blend anything with it. That's gonna be the Lord's wrath, man. Now, chapter 16, it talks about verse 2, Revelation 16:2. "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." So, like that first guy that got the brain chip with Elon Musk's Neuralink, he was having some complications, you know what I'm saying, I think within a day or two of him getting that shit. And they really didn't, they kind of came back and was like he was alright, but you ain't seen nothing else from this dude. You haven't heard anything else about this guy no more. His ass might be out of here, and they not saying anything about it, because I haven't heard anything else about this guy no more. But let's check out some of these comments. Let's see what people have to say. Let's see if this person right here says, "Well, I guess here come George Orwell's 1984, the thought police. You can be arrested and imprisoned for passing thought through your head." Yeah, that was a good movie too. That's a good movie to watch. That's a good watch, the George Orwell's 1984. This person says, "We had all this time as a warning and did nothing." Well, it wasn't anything that you could do, because this is all a part of the Lord's plan. This is the Lord's movie that's playing out here. Said, "Think good thoughts or you'll get wished into the cornfield." Matter of fact, I seen that episode of they was showing the old black and whites of the Twilight Zone, and of the little boy that was on there. He had the power of thought where he could fuck you up, but he put your ass, think your ass into a cornfield, and you was out of there. Then yeah. This person says, when I was a young boy growing up deep in the South, where very few people of my grandmother's generation were able to get past the 6th to ninth grade for many reasons, I often would hear her say, as time marches on, this old world will become weaker, wiser, and more wicked, at which I would just roll my eyes. Well, she has long since passed, and many years have gone and come, and so has her prophecy. All right, but that's biblical though. You know what I'm saying? That knowledge would increase, people would get more wickeder, and that people would get a lot more lazier too. Yeah. Says, wouldn't surprise me if it ends up using AI robots that can read minds used as police. Of course, nothing digital is safe, though. Might end up used to change what people see, sense, and think, or literally remote control someone. Those are possibilities, and they get to hang a wireless brain interface. Yeah, they say, well, I fully believe, this person says, I fully believe our military can already remote control someone and has been experimenting with it on unsuspected citizens and military members. Who knows? Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, this person says, my phone already does that. I can think of something. Then the cell ads start coming. My sister says the same thing. This person says, yep, my wife and I caught on to that also. Weird, scary, damn. This person says it's happened to me several times and it's scary as hell. Yeah. Well, this is where we at, man. You know, you don't need to go no further with it. I just seen this article and was like, all right, bet. It's just that much step close. Because, like I said, it's a race for these people. And 79% accuracy, that's it within a couple of weeks. Come on, bro. You already know they zeroing in on this, man. Because, these heathen don't stop. That's one thing about them. They do not stop, man. They can never have enough, and especially Esau. If anything, you know, uh, Esau get hands on it. Well, he already has his hands on it, but anything that's new that's coming about, Esau, he's not too big of a creator himself like that. He generally, you know what I'm saying, takes, steal, and kill for shit that's for information. You know what I'm saying, resources and this, that, and the third. But and then they'll get mad at so-called China for hacking into shit here and bootlegging a bunch of this shit and not respecting their copyrights on a lot of their product and stuff like that. But you the main country that's done stole every damn thing throughout the planet. So, but anyway, you see where it's all leading up to, man. So keep your head on a swivel. Let's get that Ephesians 5:15. And it reads, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And you're living in some very wicked ass times, man, because they're going to bring this stuff into full-fledged play. Because it's all about that money. It's all about that digital currency. And since the American dollar ain't shit no more, they most definitely are going to try and jump the gun on this. Trump actually said it, too. He actually said that in one of his little press conferences or whatever, that they want to be number one when it comes to this technology and stuff like that. Of course, America, we're the number one country in the world type shit. So of course they're gonna do what they have to do to try and stay in charge. But it's not gonna work, man. The Lord is about to knock this place off, and we can clearly see that it's falling fast as hell anyway. So, hey, we pray for this shit to come on through, man, so we can get to the next level. Go ahead and get to the next step, man. Really. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Baba Ball.